Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If today is your first time in my channel, you are welcome. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. In today's class, I'm going to be teaching you the standard way of drafting a basic bodice. Okay, firstly, I'm going to be ruling a line as my starting point line. Then after that, I'm going to take my horizontal measurement. Okay, then from my shoulder line, which is the starting line, to 11 inches is my bust point measurement. From my shoulder to my bust point is 11 inches, while from my shoulder to my waistline is 17 inches. Mind you, this is for the front pattern. Okay, so I'll take the same measurement there, then I'll rule a line across the measurements I've taken. Then after ruling a line across, I'll go ahead and label my lines, which is the bust point and the waistline. From there, I'll go ahead to my starting line and take my shoulder measurement, which is 16 inches divided by 2, that is 8. Then I'm going to come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. After that, I'll come back to the center front. After taking my standard, after drawing the lines, I'll go ahead and put. So this I'll label measurement is standard and bust point and which my is 3 waistline. Then going 3 forward inches, I'll go in with my 3 inches depth. I'll connect with my ruler to give me the correct neckline, just the way you see me do. I'll connect the lines with my curve rule. Then after that, I'm going to shape in the neckline very well to give me my desired shape. Okay, so from there, I'll take the measurement again just to be sure that I'm on the right track. Then from there, I'll slope my shoulder. I'll take my shoulder slope. Okay, just the way you see me do. Please go ahead and take your shoulder slope. Then for the armhole, which is also known as the armhole depth, you divide your bust by 6. For me, I added 2 inches to my bust divided by 6 circumference. So for you, you can add 1.5. Just do what you like. So I will take that 7.5 as my chest measurement, which is also my shoulder depth measurement. I'll really line across. After that, I'm going to, on that chest measurement, I will take my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 8 on the chest measurement, to be able to get a straight line from the shoulder. So I'll connect the points together just the way you see me do. Then I'll come to my shoulder depth, look for the half measurement, divide it by 2 to get my half measurement, which is 3.75. okay, then I'll mark it. I'm going to come in by half of an inch and I'll mark it, then come in from that point with half of an inch, Then on the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement. My bust measurement, which is 11 1/4. Then I'm going to put the mark. Yes, then the next thing to do is to connect the 3 points together to give me my armhole curve. Yes. That's to give me my armhole curve. Okay, this measurement is standard for everybody to avoid that armhole bugging in front. Whenever you wear clothes, the armhole will be loosed. That's to avoid it. So the next thing to do is to get your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. For me, my nipple to nipple measurement is 8.5. So I'm going to come in by 4.25, which is 4 1/4 here. So I'll take that measurement on my bust point, on my bust line and my waist line. Connect the lines together. After that, I'll go ahead to take my dart measurement. Okay, I'm going to take half inch to the side going to the center front, and half inch to the side going to the side front. Then connect it to my bust line, just the way you see me do. Now, after that, we are going to go in with our measurement, just the way you see me do. I'm going in. I've already gone in with my bust measurement. I'm just going ahead to add 1 inch as a sewing allowance. Then my waist measurement divided by 4, which is 10. I'll take my dart measurement, which is 1 inch. I'll replace it after my waist measurement, then add 1 inch allowance for sewing. Then I'll just connect the lines together. Then, just because it gives fitting to your front, okay, and it still helps to make the side of the front and back easy for you, I'm going to go in from my bust line by 1.5 inch. Okay, for my bust dart, I'm going to take my bust dart, which is 1.5 inch. Then from my bust point, I'm going out by 0.5 inch to, then I'll connect it to the 1.5 inch I earlier took from the side of my bodice. Now the next thing to do, it totally depends on you, but for me, I'm going to divide that 1.5, which is 3/4, and just draw a line to the bust, that to make it 3. To make it 3, and that's it for my front pattern. Mind you, this is just for half length from your shoulder to your waist, your high waist. Okay, so the next thing to do is to add extra allowance for the side, because once you fold the side, that you find out that it's shorting 1/4 of an inch, the lines will not be straight anymore. So you just add from the bust line, just add extra, just the way you see me do, 1/2 of an inch, connect it back to almost the waistline. Okay, so that when you fold in, it won't be shorting any measurement. So this is the full pattern of my half length. Okay, so what next to do is to add allowance to your shoulder. You add 1/2 inch round your shoulder, your neckline, and your armhole curve. Why? Because most times I like adding my allowance. If you are the kind of person that forgets, you can add, but I just feel like to avoid story that touches. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and add 1/2 inch around, because I'm not adding to the side, because I've already added my allowance to the side. Okay, so that's why I'm not adding to the side. I'll add 1/2 inch to the armhole, the neckline, the shoulder, and the half length, just the way you see me do. Please just follow me like this. If you have watched this video to this extent, please don't forget to subscribe or like, give me a thumbs up, okay, so we can bring more content to you. So for my back pattern, I'm going to draw my starting line. Then from my starting line, I'm going down by 8.5 inch for my chest line. My bust, from my shoulder to my bust, measurement is 11. Then from my shoulder to my waist is 15.5 inch. Okay, so the front half length, it's actually longer than the back. Once you take a measurement, you understand. So you just measure from your your back, from shoulder to your back half length. You find out that the lengths are not the same, so that's why we removed 1.5 as our side that measurement, so it can correspond with the back measurement. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and draw a line across those my points, my chest line, my bust line, and my waist line, just the way you see me do. For me to do is to go ahead and take my zipper allowance measurement for my zip, which is 1 inch. I'm going from the center back inwards by 1 inch. Then I'll connect the lines together, just the way you see me do. Just go ahead and connect it together. label that as my zipper allowance. Then from the zip allowance, the line, I'll go in from the shoulder measurement with my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 8 inch. Then I'm coming in for my neck width, which is 3 inches, going in with my neck depth with 1.5, coming to the shoulder measurement, going down by 1 with my shoulder slope measurement. Okay, so from the chest line, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement divided by 2 on the chest line to be able to give me a straight line from my shoulder to my chest line. Then I'm connecting the back neck together, just the way you see me do. Then I'm going to go ahead to connect my shoulder slope. The next thing to do is to connect. After connecting the shoulder slope, you go down, you connect your straight line to the chest line, your shoulder line to the chest line, your shoulder measurement to the chest line measurement to be able to get your curve, your armhole curve. So for the back armhole, you don't need to go in by 1/2 inch. You just, from that straight line, you connect it. But before then, we have to take our bust measurement, which is 11.25. Then connect it to your armhole line to give you the curve, just the way you see me do. Then the next thing for me to do is to get my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4.25. Okay, but before I'll mark that on my waistline, I need to go in by 1/2 inch from the zipper measurement, from the line there. I'm going in by 1/2 inch, okay, to avoid the zipper bulge at the back and to give it a good fitting at the back. Okay, so I'll connect that 1/2 inch to the bust line, just the way you see me do. That line that leads to the zipper allowance, I'll connect it back to that same line. Okay, just please watch what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm making sense with my voiceover. Okay, so from there, from that 1/2 inch that I took out, I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement on my waist, which is 4.25. Then I'll just connect it straight to my chest measurement. This is the back, so the back does not really need nipple to nipple measurements and all that, just for the cases of the darts that we are taking. Okay, so what I did here was very wrong for slanting the nipple to nipple measurement. So whatever you have at the waist, you just have to draw a straight line to the chest line. For the back, you draw a straight line. There's no need of you curving. Okay, there's no need of curving, just the way you see me do. I'm correcting it now. I'm just going to take a straight line from that's my waist to my chest line. Okay, so the first line is not what I am using. I'm not using that one. Then the next thing is to take my 1/2 inch going towards the the center front and half inch going towards the side front, and connect it straight to the chest line. Just the way you see me do, half inch and half inch, then I'll connect it to the chest line. I'll connect the other side too, just the way you see me do. So after that, I'm going to take my measurement, my bust round measurement, my waist. I'm going to take it from the half inch I took in earlier, which is from the half inch there. My waistline is 10.5. I'm going to add my replace that measurement, which is 1. I'm going to add my zipper, my sewing allowance, which is 1. Then for the bust, I'll just add 1 inch to my measurement for the sewing allowance, then connect the lines together, and that's for the half length. So the next thing to do is to add your half inch allowance. I've already added my half inch allowance to the waist, as you can see. So now coming to the zipper allowance again, you have to retake it from that half inch we went in by for the zipper bulge. To avoid zipper bulge, I'm going to come in from that half inch and take my 1 inch zipper allowance. Okay, then I'll connect it back to the line. You have to measure it from that half inch that you went in to avoid zipper bulge. You take whatever allowance you have kept for. Some people used to take 1.5, some people used to take 2, but for me is 1. So I'll take the measurements all over again for the zip allowance. Okay, then I'll connect it back till I get to the point where it's my normal zipper allowance. You know, the half inch we took did not come up to the neck depth. Okay, so wherever it stops, that's where I will retake my measurements. Okay, so now the next thing is to take my round armhole, add half inch to it, round it, take my shoulder allowance, half inch allowance, then my neck allowance, and that's it for this half length tutorial. So this is it for my back half length. Okay, that's all. I'm just going ahead to remove my tape so that you can see both the front and the back together. Okay, so this is the front and this is the back. Thank you. Bye. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. Okay.